you. I can't hear you.
Hear me either?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. What's up,
How are
man?
you? Good, bro. I'm just giving
I'm
you a little
good,
tour
bro.
of the AO.
I appreciate that.
Look at this. This is to Rod Laver.
Man, y'all, the facilities look sick there for real.
Yeah, I'll show you Rod Laver right now. Hey, brother. Hold on. I'll give the fans out here a little crazy tour.
Do your thing. Did you enjoy the
How are you,
1 point
bro? You
slam
good?
last night?
Dude, I can't believe I lost. Why am I going backhand line? Hey, bro. How are you? I'm just gonna have a look. Who's
Oh,
practicing?
there's the stairs. That's crazy.
Oh, it's Sinner. It's Sinner.
Oh, he's practicing?
All right. I'm not gonna watch that practice. All right, bro. I gotta get ready for practice. You look after yourself. All right.
I will, man. Thanks for hopping in. I
All right,
appreciate it.
bro.
Take it easy.
I'll see you later, brother. Bye.
Later. Well, hey, if you just hopped into my live, I'm literally uh just shooting the breeze a little bit in my truck for a little while. So if you have any questions about the Australian Open or what you just saw from Nick Kyrgios, let me know. Um, Looked like you had fun on Friday. Man, is this what it feels like to have an overload of Instagram comments? Yeah, make sure you guys follow Tuned Into Tennis. And I mean, anything else I have going on. Me and Nick are real cool. We hung out at DC at the DC Open this past summer and the US Open. So I mean, me and Nick are cool. We started off as like trolls on Instagram, funny enough, but we're cool. That's my guy. That's my guy. I think that Kyrgios and Sinner should talk it out. I mean, I feel like Kyrgios would be able to talk it out with anybody. I think Sinner has to want to come to the table with that. And you kind of have to be a jokester, I think, or at least have a sense of humor to get along with Nick Kyrgios. Because if you're all like tense and always take things super seriously, you're probably not going to get along with Nick. Nick is just like that kind of energy. So I'm reading you guys' comments here. Can Djokovic win another Australian Open? I mean, yeah, he's Novak Djokovic. As much as I have grown tired of seeing him lift the trophy in Australia, he knows how to do it. And realistically, if everybody's playing at 100%, the two guys that can beat him, depending on where he falls in the draw, if one of them loses, that makes it a lot easier for him to move through the draw. I'd be shocked if he lost in like the first week, even with him pulling out of Adelaide. The man's been playing Grand Slams for the Novak Djokovic has been playing Grand Slams probably longer than some people have been alive in this chat. So I think he can work his way through. Tennis is weird though. You still got to go out there and lace them up. So you never know how that draw is going to fall actually. Um, so we'll see. We'll see who he gets first round. We'll see if he's in Sinner's half or Carlos Alcaraz's half, um, and what his form looks like. We'll see. If you guys are just tapping in, I am not Novak Djokovic's number one fan, but I definitely respect him as an athlete. He's accomplished a hell of a lot. I troll him sometimes because it's fun, and he's made it very easy the past couple of years. But um, yeah. Somebody asked, "You don't think K is a dick?" I'm guessing that K stands for Curios. Um, I don't think he's a dick. No, my answer to that is no. I think that Nick can be an acquired taste for some people. But most people are acquired taste to other people. Like that's why they have so many different brands of your favorite coffee or tea or whatever. So you can choose what you like and what you don't like. I don't think Nick is the worst guy on the planet at all. Like I don't think he's the biggest dick. Like some people try to paint him. I even have been under the impression that he's been an asshole at times. We talked about that, but like just because you do like one asshole thing or you're a jerk in one scenario doesn't mean like your whole personality is shitty. And Nick doesn't have a shitty personality to me. We've hung out. He's cool. Don't have anything bad to say about him, really. I mean, I know other people do, and he may have like a reputation, but I think it's important to go off of how people interact with you. And if somebody interacts with you in a cool, safe, and like you guys are good energy, then you got to return that. I think that's solid. Is Uzo still up in here? Let me see. Damn, you prepared, aren't you, Uzo?
Hey, I'm working. So
My man pulled up with the background, great lighting. I see you, bro.
listen, I'm here plugging away at some emails. So I said, let me jump in and see what's going on.
It's late on the East Coast, ain't it?
It's 7:45 about, so it's
Hey,
not
that's
too
about
late.
the time you got to make a full stop
I heard
for
as
all
an
the work.
entrepreneur, man, it's like you got to work 25/8, man. So
Nah, I get that, but some days you got to be like, nah, I need my own TLC.
I get it, I get it, I get it. But no, all is well, all is well. I was gonna ask, are you watching Qualis? I know you had we
No,
talked about
I'm literally
Nishesh
not
earlier
even in
today.
front of a television. I'm in my truck.
Okay. I'm
I mean,
assuming
I've been keeping
is
up with
it
the results,
okay. I'm
obviously, but
assuming it's
like,
finishing tonight because you mentioned the selection or the selection show is going to be tomorrow. So
oh no, no, no. Just because the draw ceremony is happening doesn't mean qualies is done. Um, yeah, I think I would imagine they still have. Yeah, they have another round to finish. Like
right,
I think
it's
I
you
saw
have
Taylor
Q3.
Townsend.
So
Yeah, so it'll probably be finishing up today or tomorrow in the sessions because it starts on a Sunday. I think last year, maybe the year before that, was the first year that the AO started on a Sunday. And Sunday is Saturday, our time, Saturday evening in the States. So
yeah,
it's going to be around the corner before we know it.
no, for sure, for sure. I was gonna say I know we talked about Nishesh earlier. That was a hilarious series of of events in his second qualifying match. The young man he
That's
was
tough.
playing thought it was a 7 point, tie break. It was in fact a 10, and then I think he was up maybe like 8-2, and ended up losing like twelve
Yeah, but
ten.
the Offner, Sebastian Offner, he had mad
Yeah,
points. Yeah,
it's a couple match
I think
points.
at
Yeah,
least I think he did.
yeah, he had a couple match points. I rewatched it like a little bit earlier.
I saw. I mean, the biggest takeaway outside of the fact that scoreline flub is is like huge. I saw a lot of people with the I can't believe he celebrated this way, and this is disgusting. And I'm like,
This is so vanilla, and we talked about this, right? Like how particular tennis fans get versus like the entire universe of
mm-hmm,
sports fans, right? Like what's happening
mm-hmm,
right now is AFCON. It's like the continent of Africa has its like federations kind of World Cup, right? Nigeria,
mm-hmm,
I'm from Nigeria. Nigeria lost today. I got all my
mm-hmm,
Ghanaian friends trolling, saying y'all could never do this and never do that and whatever. And it's just like commonplace. We don't
mm-hmm,
blink twice about it. But let someone's favorite tennis player lose, and the person that beats them, you know, not
mm-hmm.
be so conciliatory and oh, I'm so sorry to have beat you. All of a sudden, they're a problem. They're this, they're that,
I
which is
feel
really
like in
weird.
tennis, it's baked in. Like the sportsmanship, as long as you follow the traditional rules of like taking a picture before the match and then shaking my hands afterwards, you
Mhm.
good. Like you done the bare minimum, and that's all I can expect from somebody that is ultimately out there trying to beat me in that moment. You
Yeah,
know? Like the stuff that you do to kind of like help rile you up or get your best energy and level out of you, or to celebrate a big win. Because I mean, Nashesh has played AO first round before, hasn't he? Main draw.
Yeah, but he played
So,
last
but
year. He
that's
took a
still
start off
that
with
he's
Novak
still
last year.
working his way through the ATP tour. That's a big win, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean, he could play the next 10 years. How many times is he gonna be in a final set tiebreaker where the guy celebrates
yeah.
like 4 points early? He used the
And
moment and
in
he
qualities, no
celebrated.
less. Yeah, but I mean, but to that point though, I mean, you have people in the comment section. Oh, it's classless, this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, like,
Classless is the word, isn't it? Like why he gotta be classless because he celebrated energetically and inferred that his opponent choked, which his
which
opponent
they
did.
did, which they
He
did,
did. That's
which
crazy.
they did. So, but now we'll see. I'm preparing for like 2 weeks to just not. I already don't have the best like sleep discipline, which some of my friends are calling me out on. Trying to fix that in
Hmm.
2026, but AO definitely does not help because all these matches are going to be late
You
night,
got to be
early morning.
rewired
Yeah, so
at like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Some of the matches are just getting started. You know.
I guess I'm curious about this. Obviously, Maddie broke through last year. You know, her long-awaited first Grand Slam title. Um, she has a lot of points to defend, to say the least.
Hmm.
You know, where do we see her?
You got me in podcast mode. That's crazy.
Listen, listen, we're here, right? We're here.
We're
Let's
here.
engage. Let's talk about it. Let's
um,
talk about it.
she has been playing decent tennis already in Brisbane and Adelaide. I think. Like I think she got to the quarters of Brisbane. That's a couple of match wins, and she got a really tight one over Diana Schneider.
Yep.
Um, like I think it was like all straight tie breaks, and she came through that. Um, and she likes playing in Australia. Like she literally has been making deep runs in Australia. I'm about to blow my own mind when I say this. For over a decade, she made the
Yeah.
semis in 2015.
Yeah.
Crazy. So she knows. I think she knows what to expect, and hopefully, like that swagger, if you will, and charm of like knowing that you went that far and got your first Grand Slam affects her in a positive way. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Stacey.
I'm really interested to see how she plays against Vicky tonight.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think
is
that will be
tonight, and
a
that's the first time they're meeting. That's a good one.
their first time meeting on tour, so I think that would be really interesting to see. You know, both of them. I think Vicky broke out last year. You know, one of the darlings of the WTA tour. So we'll see. You know what that head to head is going to look like. We shall see.
Who
Is
else
that your
played
connection?
today? No, I was
Uh,
checking my app. Sorry.
okay, no worries. I can check here. Let's see. Uh, women's
Tommy Paul
singles.
is still in Adelaide. He's somebody I'm interested to see like what he does uh to kind of not that his ship is so far left, but he could use some momentum. He could use some.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's a
Um,
weird season in generally just for like American men. Like, you know, I think
how many
Francis
times
is
we gonna
like,
say this, Uzo?
I know, you know, sue me. I'm like a USTA guy,
But
whatever. But
I'm telling you,
um,
it's not all about the slams or busts,
yeah,
especially if you're like diehards like us, you're trying to see who the next big thing is. But ultimately, everybody in American men's tennis, you need to be like lifting up the titles. And now Carlos and Alcaraz have set the standard so far. Like you got to be able to compete with them to like really get traction back in America's men's tennis. You know, because everybody pretty much in my mind has been like respectfully tier B or lower in like the last 10 years in American
yeah,
men's tennis. And that's
yeah,
not disrespecting everybody's accomplishments that's been in there, but they realistically aren't reaching Grand Slam finals. Like Fritz is the first guy to reach a slam final since '09.
yeah. Since Andy Roddick, yeah,
And he's
yeah,
dealing
yeah,
with his own stuff, like we talked about. Like his level is really damn good, but I feel like he plays quite a bit and that shows up in his like conditioning and the way his body responds to injuries and stuff like that. And
Mm,
then on top of that, like hit intangibly and like things that kind of set you apart in tense moments, he don't really have a bunch of that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm
Like he
interested
has
in.
a big serve, he has big groundies, but a lot of people on tour have big serves and big groundies. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I think Fritz has a super high floor. I'm interested in your thoughts,
Yeah.
your comments about him maybe playing too many tournaments. Like, do you feel like if he scheduled a
Mhm.
little bit smarter, that would be, that would be helpful?
For example, just last season, I know he played the 250 in Delray Beach. I'm pretty sure he played that like before Indian Wells.
Hmm.
So that's one 250 that you can probably trim some fat on. No disrespect. I know for sure in Roland Garros, he played the week before in whatever the tournament is that Novak won the week before the French Open. Taylor Fritz played that after playing like Monte Carlo, Madrid, Rome, all that, you know?
Yeah, all
And
the
then
those 1000s.
at grass court season, he played 3 weeks. He played three grass court tournaments before Wimbledon.
Wow.
He made the semis of Wimbledon, which is great, but like all that adds up. And yeah, he goes far in almost every like tournament he plays. I think
Yeah, I
because
feel
he
like
plays
he's
so
the male
much,
like Pagula. I feel like
he's like the what?
he's like the male Pagula. I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair too, because I feel
Yeah,
like players that play so good at their highest floor for tournament after tournament is a hard thing to do and should be respected. It's just that
absolutely.
it doesn't leave you that extra 5 or 10% in the biggest moments when the tension is the highest and people really remember who the champion of that event is. You don't really have as much to go up, if that makes any sense, because you're you're
Yeah,
you're doing the same high level and putting it pedal to metal almost every week. So on the weeks that really matter, your in my mind like your energy reserve to like really rev it up might not be there because
yeah,
you're when are you ever truly well rested? You know?
yeah. And to that point, I think people. It's interesting. People criticize Novak, especially the last couple of years, for like being on the other side of the spectrum of like not playing enough tournaments. But
Hmm.
then you've seen that at least in 2023, he won, a couple of slams, 4 and 5.
More
He
than a
made
couple.
right. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Then he's made semis and finals like the last couple of years at least. So um and so there's something to that. People criticize it, but at the same time, like he's been able to kind of
If
save
you fine
that, like
tune it, you can get it right. Yeah.
right. And I think he just pulled out of, I don't know if he was playing
He did pull out of
Hobart
Adelaide.
or Adelaide. Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
So again, to that point, like he knows what he needs to do to win the AO. He's done it, I think, 10 times. So,
Yeah, I think
um,
it is 10, isn't it? Hasn't he
yeah.
won it
So
10?
I think
That's
exactly right. So,
insane. That's so
so
insane.
at this point, if he says he's going to do that, like best believe he knows
More
what
power to
he
you,
needs to
Novak,
do
I
to
guess.
prep, right? So, um,
But I do think
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see like how things shake out for him at the Australian Open this year. You know, because he's as vulnerable as he ever has been. So
yeah.
we'll see.
Do you
He's
think
as
this is the last year
he's
on
as
tour for
vulnerable
him?
as he ever has been, while ultimately playing in a field where he can still kind of work his way through a match against, like, say he goes up against Alex de Minaur, Medvedev, Zverev, Fritz, Felix Auger-Aliassime. Those are all top 10 players, or if not top 15 players.
Yeah,
And I bet if you did like a poll on who people think is going to win, Djokovic is probably going to be the winner of that poll every single time,
yeah,
even with
yeah.
him being as quote unquote inhibited or you know close to the end as he is now. So
Yeah, I think to that point though about Novak and what type of run he'll have in this tournament. I think the run he has here will kind of set the tone for, is this his last year on tour? You know what I mean? Do we feel
for
like he's
who?
still got for Novak?
I don't think it's his last year. He's not going to
Because
retire the same year that Wawrinka and Djokovic retire. Wawrinka and Monfils
but
retire.
but to that, yes, and I get he wants to have his tour, but I don't see Novak being the kind of guy that is gonna go grind challengers like Warren. Like that's just crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
he's
I
not
feel like
doing it.
as soon as he physically knows he's not able to kind of like, go 2 weeks out of slam and get the record or whatever, like he's just gonna like call it.
Well,
Like
he owns the record, doesn't he? Or is he tied with Margaret
I think
Court
he's
at
tied
24
for
all time?
24.
Oh, okay.
So he needs 25
Um,
for the outright.
I just think he's gonna continue doing what he's been doing. To be honest, did Novak not say last year was his last Wimbledon? I don't think he
No,
said
I think
that.
he was asked at like some of the back half majors,
Yeah,
and he was just kind of cryptic about the answer. But I don't know that we've had a clear sign saying that this year on tour will be his last. But again,
yeah.
I think that like Ao, he has a ton to play for, right? That's kind of his quote unquote home slam that broke through in '08. Like he's won 10
Hmm.
titles there, and so I mean, let's say Novak doesn't make second week. It's like, whoa, like is that where we are right now? I think he'll kind of take a hard and fast look at how do I want to end my career, what I'm in a,
Hmm.
in a position to do, what do I still have, and we'll see what happens from there. But
I think he will probably keep trimming the fat of his tournament schedule because if
I
he
mean, what fat is
realistically
left?
does, you said what?
So what fat is left?
I just feel like because tennis is unique in the fact that it offers you four different championships a
Mm,
year, and he's won all four of them multiple times, he's gonna like his chances if he feels healthy enough to go best of five for 2 weeks with the field in the next year or two. And that, if that means like skipping the Sunshine Double, which doesn't even lead up to the next Grand Slam, the same
yeah,
surface, sure. If that means not
it's
playing
like
Cincinnati
two
in
three months
Canada,
from Sunshine Double to
yeah,
you know
I think he, and like he's never gonna, like you said earlier, he's never gonna drop down and play. He may play a 250, like the one he played in Athens, if he's contractually obligated by representing the tournament or something like that, or it's in his interest to like really find some last minute momentum if he hasn't found it. But I
mm,
don't think he's going to, and he's always going to get a last minute wild card for any of those events if he wants them. So he kind
yeah,
of has the pick of the
he has the
litter
leverage. Yeah,
until he wants to decide he's done. He can play until he wants to. To be honest.
yeah. And one thing I would know, it's impressive, right? Because he trimmed a lot of fat. Like you were saying, trim more fat. He trimmed a ton of fat in 2025, and
Hmm.
for him to still kind of be squarely, top five, six, seven, and have like successfully defended all the 2024 points
Yep.
without playing all these, 500s and masters. It's like I think that's pretty impressive, right? At this
I mean,
stage and age.
if we put his resume just in 2024 with some of the other people in the top 10, we'd be looking at the lens of it very differently. Like, imagine if Alex DeMonar got to the semis of all four majors and made the
Yeah,
final at Miami.
yeah.
We'd be like, oh, that's his best season of his career.
Yeah,
It's like,
facts. That's some people's best year of their career.
yeah, and
Literally,
this is not.
career
I'm
high
sorry.
year.
I gotta be careful. I didn't. I'm not trying to throw Alex DeMonar under the bus on the eve of the Australian Open, but I know he's a top 10 player who doesn't have like some of the accolades of a Grand Slam semi or a Masters 1000. So like, if he wins those kind of things, or somebody of his caliber, we're talking about them as a completely different clip than we are Djokovic, who accomplished the same different, accomplished the same stuff. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
it's just another day in the office for Novak, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
interesting.
sure.
We've been doing a whole podcast episode, right?
Ain't that right? I'm interested to see like how like who can really test Sabalenka and who can really uh move Iga. Because I think those are two different things that are going to be at play. Like, is Sabalenka going to completely crush the field, um, like she mostly has done in Australia for the past three
Like in
years?
hard courts, really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She mostly
Yeah,
has, like, not to say that she's been a walk in the park in every single match, but it's been on her racket. If she's playing well, she's getting that W most of the time, you know?
yeah.
Um,
I think there's parity, right? We talked about it. Like there's a lot of parity in the women's game. Um,
mhm.
I like how Amanda played, at the U.S. Open. Looking for her to make a similar run. I know we talked about Maddie earlier. I mean, there's like probably, you know, eight or
And there's
10 women
four
that
or
you can
five names
mention.
we haven't even mentioned yet.
Right.
Yeah.
There's eight or 10 maybe names you can mention where it's like, oh, if they won AO, it's like, oh, okay, like I could see that. And so even though, I think Sabalenka, just like, sitting on the men's side, like has really done really well at the hard court slams the last couple of years. I still think that, I wouldn't be surprised if, a name that wasn't Sabalenka, um, or Iga, kind of hoist the title.
Based off of that United Cup, not just based off the United Cup, but her 2025 season and the way she got her dubs at the United Cup, people have been throwing Bencic in the mix. Like I bet if when they do
Mm,
the odds makers pick to do
I think that your connection is kind of, can folks still
I jumped
hear?
out of here, sorry.
Yeah,
I
your
jumped out of
connect.
the
I think
app.
you're okay. No worries.
My bad. Basically what I'm saying is when they put out the top 10 odds of women to win the Australian Open, Bencic is probably going to be in the top 10. She will.
Yeah, I mean, I think she had a great run. It kind of reminds me of like the little run Naomi had, last year, kind of, um, uh, like pre
Mm.
U.S. Open, right? And then kind of, so
Where
you
would
know,
they even put, not to jump off benches so quickly, but that's another name. Like, where would they put Naomi? Would she be somebody to mention in the top
former
10?
two-time champion, like so.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah,
Just made the semi to the last Grand Slam on hard courts.
yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
mean, she made a run. I think she got to the final of Canada against Vicky. Vicky ended up
Yeah.
winning. Like, so, yeah, that's another name. So, um, we'll see. We'll
So I mean,
see.
I think that right there, Iga, Sabalenka, you got to throw Coco in the mix, even though she can put in a clunker of a performance. Love her to death, but that's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
Iga, Coco, Naomi. Oh, sorry, Sabalenka, Iga, Coco, Bencic, Naomi, somewhere in that five, and then
and
outside
then
of
you got to
that,
mention Amanda.
Amanda,
You got to mention Amanda.
Amanda. Yeah. What if you throw like Kostyuk, who just had a great run? Not saying that like she's never been to the
Mm,
semi of a major, but like
shout
stranger
out to my
things have
Wilson
happened.
family. Shout out to my Wilson
Yeah.
family.
Stranger
um,
things have happened at the AO. I mean, literally
yeah,
6 years ago now. 6 years ago now, Sophia Kenin won it.
yeah. Now 2020 kind of. That's yeah. It's crazy. 2020 was 6 years ago. That's crazy to think
Hmm.
about. Wow. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
can't
be
really call
open.
it.
I would love to see somebody outside of Carlos Alcaraz or Yannick Sinner or even Novak Djokovic get their first Grand Slam though on the men's
Oh
side.
yeah.
Because I feel like doing it in Australia, a man like breaking the threshold of winning his first, it sets the tone. I think about it.
Hmm.
When Stan Wawrinka did it in 2014, that was his very first.
Yeah,
That U.S. Open, Marin Cilic won his first.
2014.
Roland Garros and Wimbledon at the time were
That was
always
a
going to
great
be
U.S.
tough.
Open final, by the way. Nishikori and Chilich.
You said it was a what?
That was a great U.S. Open
Was
final.
it? I don't remember it being all that great.
I mean, I was excited about the two names, right? Like
Oh
in
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
era,
From that aspect, I was thinking like
Nishikori and
tennis
Chilich.
wise. I
So
don't remember it being like a classic. But I mean, the moment happened. But when was the last time in ATP history we've had a year where two men win their first Grand
first
Slam
Grand Slam
in
final.
the season?
Yeah, that's
That hasn't
true.
happened in years. I don't think it's
Well,
happened since.
well,
Like,
I think we've kind of sandwiched like probably the two best eras kind of back to back, and we'll see what Sin does. But like, I
mhm,
mean, we had the big three slash, if you think there's a big four era, and then all of
mhm.
a sudden, like we kind of talked about those late 20s guys, that we're kind of waiting on that
who
old guard to finish,
who
and
could
then
be the
now they're getting beat
Wawrinka?
by.
Who could be a late 20s guy that like does the thing that he's been trying to do his whole career? Could it be Grigor? Like I mean that might be a
Well,
stretch for
Grigor is
some
like
people.
35 now.
Yeah, but like he's also still yearning for that thing. But who's in their
Yeah,
late? Well, I guess in this scenario, the late 20s guys who haven't won a slam yet would be Zverev,
Zverev,
Rude. You said
Rude,
who?
Fritz. No, Zverev, Rude, Fritz.
Yeah, Zverev, Rude,
Um,
Fritz. Who else has been to a final?
um, Medvedev won it, so
Who
he
else
would
has
be.
been to a
Yeah.
final? I mean, nobody talks about him as much anymore. But Berrettini. He's made a final
He has made a
of a
final,
slam this decade.
but he's. I
So
mean, he's not even
I
what
don't. Yeah,
top
I don't, who
four or
knows
five
where his?
in Italy.
Who knows? Yeah,
There's so many Italians in like the top 50 right now. I don't even know what his ranking is. Um,
I don't even know if he's playing in the AL. His body's been letting him down a lot.
like, can Mateo make a Davis Cup like roster in 2026
I mean, when you
if they
if
play
you
all their
take center
guys?
out, if you take center
I'm
out,
saying
you
if they
still
play all their
got
guys,
Musetti. We haven't even mentioned Musetti in the conversation of
he's
like,
top five now, right?
yeah,
So, right.
um,
So
Musetti, Caboli, Sonego, and some other people. Yeah, that's three. Those three right
Darderi
there.
looked great
Musetti,
yesterday.
Caboli.
Like
Yeah,
they got some
that's a
guys,
team.
man. They got some
That's a
guys.
team.
So Mateo might not
That
even
is
get a
a team.
spot. Whereas I feel like he's kind of a little bit older than all those guys, so he kind of
Who?
probably like Mateo's a little bit older than all those
Oh yeah, yeah. He
guys,
might not even
or
get the
most of
spot.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so it's funny for him to have kind of led the way, kind of how we talked
yeah.
about like Milos, who just kind of announced his retirement. But
Oh
for the
man.
Canadians, it was kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, it's just him, and then all of a sudden now, I think they won Davis Cup a couple years back. So um,
yeah. That's how it was for a while.
yeah,
All right, my
so
friend. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I said I wasn't gonna do longer than like 20 or 30 minutes, and I
for
think I'm at
sure.
that
I know we were shooting
that
this shit. I
mark.
just wanted to make sure content was flowing, and
No,
so
I appreciate it. No, always, bro. I appreciate when
abs-
you hop on the mic and we share some tennis thoughts. I always appreciate it. I do. I do.
absolutely, man. Keep it up. Wishing you a successful AO season in terms of coverage and the content and all that. Like, best of luck. I don't know how you do it, but I'm gonna be rooting for you.
I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. I appreciate that. Same to you. Same to you. Keep the content coming. I like what I'm
I'm
seeing. Keep
I'm gonna
keep
try my
organizing the
best.
people in the community. I appreciate that. That's
That's what
good
I do,
stuff.
man. Community builder, leader. So I'm just trying my best.
That's the good stuff. All
Absolutely.
right,
I'll
y'all.
talk to you later,
I
man.
will holler at y'all later. Take it easy and keep tuning in to tennis. It's fun. Later.